Congresswoman Cathy McMorris Rodgers joins us now from the fine state of Washington. She's Donald Trump's transition team vice chair. Congresswoman, very good to have you.
Great to be with you.
What do you make of what Donald Trump did on that transaction, on that corporate move as a president-elect?
Well, I think I'm very proud of the president-elect, and I think it is a great move. I think he's signaling that he is committed to American manufacturing, the jobs here. It was the working men and women that really propelled him to victory, and he's committed to making sure that we have jobs and opportunities right here in America.
What do you think as well? A lot has been said and written about the early makeup of this Trump cabinet to be, and it's not all finished, but already is shaping up to be the richest in American history. The media's had a field day pointing out that Betsy DeVos is going to be the education secretary. Comes from a family worth in excess of $5 billion. Wilbur Ross, the commerce secretary, a net worth in excess of $4 billion. In other words, add it all up, you got a lot of billionaires in there and multimillionaires. They're making a big hullabaloo about that. What do you think?
Yeah, well, boy, the president-elect has talked to people from broad base of different backgrounds. These are people who have a record of success. I think he is picking the best and the brightest, and that's what you want. You want the people that can go in there, understand the job that needs to be done, think big, reimagine this government from top to bottom, and I think he's making some great picks. I'm very excited about Tom Price as the new Health and Human Services Secretary. He's someone that we can work very closely with to repeal and replace Obamacare. And I think you look across the board, he's making some great picks, and I think it reflects very positively on him.
I kind of agree with that. It's a big deal when he is considered the pauper of the cabinet, Congressman Price, when he's worth only $13.6 million. But you know, interestingly enough, Congresswoman, is that John Kennedy, besides himself being quite rich, his cabinet holds the record for being the richest cabinet prior. And yet I don't remember, of course I was just a child, but I don't remember anyone in the media making a big deal of that. I guess it's a big deal with Republican cabinets that are rich.
These are people that have a record of success building organizations, knowing how to pull people together to get a job done. And we have a moment. We have a moment here to actually really get some things done for the American people. And I think these are the type of people that know how to shake it up, can go in there from day one and start leading that effort.
What about you? Your name has come up for a variety of positions. I've heard several mentioned, Interior, others. You have a very good position, certainly in the House right now. Would you entertain it?
You know, I did have the chance to sit down with the president-elect and his team. We talked about a whole host of issues. You know, and I walked away. Let me tell you, I walked away even more enthusiastic, and I'm excited to go to work. There is such energy right now on Capitol Hill with the Republican majority in the House and the Senate.
Would you want to be part of that in the administration on the front lines there?
You know, I'm ready to go to work to be a partner
in Congress
with
or in the cabinet.
Well, yeah, we'll see. I'm here and I'm ready to go to work.
What do you think of the president later on, president-elect, I apologize, he's going to be going to Ohio. It's going to be in Cincinnati. Indications are at this point that Governor John Kasich is not going to be there. He might surprise us. There are several like him in the Republican Party who've been resistant to him even since his election. I should stress the governor has congratulated Mr. Trump on his election. But, you know, like many others in the establishment, I'm not saying you, but who were resistant to going to the convention, recoiled at the notion of a President Trump, and here he is on his way to the White House. Do you think he should go?
You know, that's his call to make. What I see with President Trump is somebody who's going to shake it up. And I have heard from people, you know, Republicans, Democrats, and independents who recognize this is a president. It's not going to be business as usual. I think most Americans recognize that it can't be business as usual.
Well, do you think that the governor looks like a baby if he doesn't go?
Well, that's his call to make. But at the end of the day, I've heard from an overwhelming number of other people. And across the board, not just the Republicans who are very enthusiastic, large majority, but also some of my Democrat friends and independents who maybe were not Trump supporters who are saying, you know what, this is a guy who's going to shake it up. And that needs to happen. And so I think this is a time to be really thinking about what's possible. and going to work to make it happen.
All right. I want to thank you, Congresswoman, very much. I know you have a crazy
Thank
schedule.
you.
Cathy McMorris Rodgers, very bright future in the House or the Cabinet, whatever she wants.